for 125th, 1 West Harlem, New York, on the Commander General Yahanna, the I.S.U.P.K. If it's not of the I.S.U.P.K, it's not the truth. A lot of people like to teach there's a lot of different bodies and all the rest of that, and you're not in it. You can be in the kingdom and you don't have to be in the I.S.U.P.K. That's a damn lie. The kingdom is the body itself. We are the kingdom of the Most High. All right, and there's no such thing as a schism in the body. There's no such thing as having separate bodies and all the rest of that. There's many members. We all teach the same doctrine. We all teach the same philosophy. We all come from the same school. There was no school that taught the truth before the I.S.U.P.K, period. Right. No Hebrew Israelite school, period. All right. Anybody tell you that it's a bunch of garbage, it's a goddamn lie. It's time that we get into this truth, okay? One thing that we need to start addressing, which tonight y'all should, tomorrow night y'all need to check out that Straight Gate Radio, because we're going to be bringing out how black women are attracted to effeminate and homosexual men. That's the show for tomorrow. We got a ton of other stuff coming out, but y'all want to check that out too, okay? So right now what we want to do is address these effeminate men. You know what I'm saying? You got all these fake guys out there like, the I.S.U.P.K is too rough. They're too hard. They're too militant. They're too disciplined. Right. They're too strict. All of this kind of stuff, you know, and really what it is it's homosexual tendencies. Okay, these men out here are half homosexuals, if not fully out there doing rides. Okay, right. The I.S.U.P.K breeds real men. You understand what I'm saying? We all have different vibrations. Some brothers is more laid back than others and everything else, but more than anything, it breeds men. And I want you to understand that our King Yahweh Shai, Black Jesus, that you know in the scriptures, is also a man of war. Do you understand? Our King Yahweh, you know, of all kings, our Father Yahweh is a man of war. You understand what I'm saying? There's the word war in itself is all throughout the damn scriptures. Okay, you can't even get halfway through the Bible without running into some warfare. Right. Whether it be spiritual or it be physical, the whole damn book is about war. Okay, so anybody who keeps teaching you that it's love, somebody tag me in so I can share this on my page. Okay. For all the people that follow me, I'm blocked for over 30 days. They done stole one of my pages. The other page been blocked for 30 days. But I'm gonna get back into that Jane too before it's all over with, or I'll start all over again. Yeah, you know, anybody who's teaching that it's love, everybody love everything, all that shit is not in the Bible. Okay, right. That's read that one more time. Let's get some understanding. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1.
Right.
To everything there is a season.
To everything there's a season. It's a time to love. Go ahead.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Right. So there's a time for everything. All right. That's what that means. In life, there's a time for everything. Remember that these records right here were manuscripts. All right. Were something that we were supposed to go back to, per se, like a manual. This was a manual how to govern our nation. This was a manual for all the people that were in the nation and for all the people that were going to be born into the nation. This is what you refer back to here. Let me go ahead and give you this one. This is what you refer back to, the 1611 King James Bible. That was the records, our history book with the prophecies in it, with the moral compass to how to rule, govern our society as Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, which is the 12 lost tribes of Israel. Okay, when we were in our country, when we were in our land, this is how we governed and we ran our society. The white man got his laws, his statutes, can't run a red light, got curfews, you can't drink, you know, too much alcohol in your system, you go to jail, all that homosexual stuff. We had our own, you know what I'm saying, laws and stuff too, and that's what you're hearing right here. So this was given to our people for understanding, all right, that there's a time for everything. Go ahead.
Verse 2, a time to be born.
No, start at the beginning one more time and then go ahead.
Come. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season.
To everything there's a season.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
So for every purpose under the heaven, every purpose that needs to be fulfilled, every purpose that has to be done, there's a time for that purpose. There was a purpose for Christ coming. There was a purpose for Noah. There was a purpose for Moses, Abraham, Isaac. There's a purpose for the prophets and priests of the Most High that you're listening to today. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 2, a time to be born.
It's a time to be born. Go ahead.
And a time to die.
And it's a time to die. Now we're dealing with things that are common sense, because it would seem to be common sense for some folks, but it's really not. Okay. Christianity is a hell of a drug, and they done used it to beat the brains out of Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. That's right. So it's very important right now that you start to realize that even though these things seem fundamental, they're not so fundamental anymore, because Christianity has beat the brains out of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The Christian church has robbed them of their common sense. Read.
Come. A time to plant.
A time to do what?
To plant.
A time to plant seeds. A time to begin to grow. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
In a time to pluck up that which is planted.
In a time to what? Reap your harvest, man. It's a time to reap your benefits. You know what I'm saying? Why is it using these systems? Anybody want to tell me why does the Bible use these systems? Because these are common systems that are used in the everyday life span of a person to be able to realize there is a time for everything. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 3. A time to kill.
A time to do what?
To kill.
Wait a minute. I thought it was all about love, though. I thought it was all about love. I thought it was all about, you know what I'm saying, being friends. And, you know, what else? The birth of baby white Jesus. And what happened to all of that? That just went out the door. Read it again, soldier.
Come. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 3. A time to kill.
A time to what?
To kill.
There is a time to kill. Do you understand what I'm saying? Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you have to ask yourself, there has to be a time to kill. I mean, at what time, when is it that Black people do start to kill? Well, guess what? You come in the I.S.U.P.K. and we'll let you know when that time is.
Right.
Do you understand? You come in here and you're going to know what time it is. See, when you out there in that Christian church, you don't know when it's time to kill. So guess what you do? You get pulled over by the police, tased a few times, maced, and then you go out by a handgun and run into a shopping mall and start shooting white people. Well, you know, we don't really ever do that, but it happens. You know, people snap out, you get in a bar fight, and you just start killing white folks, okay? That's not what you're supposed to do right now. It's not time for you to do that yet. Or you go join the Black Panther Party, you know what I'm saying? Start marching up the street and all black with guns and all kind of African paraphernalia or whatever the hell it's called, paraphernalia all over your damn neck. You know what I'm saying? Looking nuts. You know what I mean? Like it's time for you to be flying up the street with guns and grenades and shit, you know, on your way to jail or they're going to get killed. You know what I'm saying? It's not time for that right now. Read.
In a time to heal.
In a time to heal. Right now, Israel's in a healing state. This is a state of healing right now. I'll let you know. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, it's time to heal. Heal from what? From Christianity. Christianity has destroyed the Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, man. Right. This old spooky God that's supposed to be floating around and all this devil that's supposed to be under the ground on fire and all of that spookism has destroyed Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All that, you can't be a perfect man. You can't be a perfect woman. All you got to do is just repent and say you're sorry. Meaning repenting, they teaching that repentance means saying sorry when it doesn't. Right. Confessing with thy mouth is one thing, because in order to know you got a problem, you have to confess it, and to repent, you have to stop. Right. Okay, you haven't repented unless you stop. The doctrine and philosophy of Christianity is repentance means sorry. God, I'm sorry I was a homosexual. God, I'm sorry I was a crook and a thief and a murderer. God, I'm sorry I was carjacking people, pistol whipping kids. No, listen, no. All right, that's not what that means. Black people are in a healing state right now. We need to be healed from Christianity, healed from Egyptology, healed from Islam, healed from the rap culture, the so-called gangster rap culture, the so-called gang culture, the so-called pimping era. All of that, we got to be healed from that. There's a lot of women that were destroyed during the era of pimping, during the era of what's it called?
The crack
epidemic and the heroin epidemic, and even the war on drugs, right, where brothers were given drugs and selling in their neighborhood and did 15, 20 years. Now they coming out of their mind. Mama dead when they was in there, daddy dead when they was in there. They coming out to no home. They rushing out to get to be homeless. You understand what I'm saying? Or even the people, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that joined the American Army that went to war for America, got their arms and legs blowed off, or blew off the arms and legs of children and women and everything that were innocent. Now they got to come home and try to function as a regular person. Or half of these gang members that been out here getting shot all up and shooting and stabbing everybody and sleeping with multiple women and men and everything else. And now they got to get out here and try to function like regular people. So Israel is in a healing stage. That's why you got to have compassion on your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though you may see things in them, flaws and everything else, you can't put them down and beat them down. You have to continue to raise them brothers up and shape and mold them into the men that they need to be. The same thing with the women that you have at home that's out of their goddamn mind. All right? It's okay to blaze on them if they're out of pocket. But again, remember that they've been destroyed and that you have to build them up and constantly be lifting them up. All right? We're in a healing stage right now. Not to go grab your pistol, march around in all black at the mall, you know, with grenades attached to your chest and all that weird stuff. All right? Go ahead.
A time to break down.
A time to what?
Break down.
Uh-huh.
And a time to build up.
And a time to build up. It's a time to break shit down. But it's not right now. Michael Brown gets shot, you run around, burn all your own businesses down. Burn down all the black businesses. Flip over all the black cars, you know, lay all in the middle of the damn street and everything else, block all the traffic in your neighborhood. It's not time to break your neighborhood down. It's not time to break your community down. You know what I'm saying? It's time to build up your communities. It's time to do that. And how do you do that? By separating from the white man, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. Separating from his culture and his customs, separate from his businesses, start to own shit. That's the way that you start to break down. You break down the strongholds that are on you. Now, this is a spiritual war thing. You understand? Going on right now. Not so much physical. For all of y'all that have been reacting to every protest, that have been reacting to every murder. Now, you're supposed to say something. You're not supposed to turn your head and not say anything. But physically going out there and getting maced, tased, beat, arrested, this is not the time for that right now. All right? Right now, what you should be doing is getting into I.S.U.P.K, which is the one body of Christ on this earth. There's only one body. Anybody who teaches anything different is a liar. There's more than one body. They are a lie and sent by Satan. All right? Christianity believes in 1 million churches. The Bible don't believe in 1 million churches. The Bible believes in one church. Might be 7 locations, but it's one church. All right? So anybody who's teaching all that, oh, there's many different Hebrew Israelites. There's many different groups. There's many different. Anybody who's teaching that is a goddamn lie. All right. Get on up out of there as fast as you can. This is a time for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to come back together. Okay. Because you can't war and you can't go to war with nobody without an army. Do you understand? You can't go to war without an army. There's no way that you can take on the Minneapolis Police Department without an army. You cannot take on the federal government without an army. You can't take on NATO. You can't take on the Council of Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission. You can't take on the Masons. You can't take on the Illuminati. You can't take on anybody without an army. Okay? You can't do it. It's garbage. So black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we're in a healing stage and a time to be building up our brothers, not breaking each other down, man. All right? Straight up. This is a time to be building them up. So this ain't a time to be going out on the street looking for niggas to argue with. Well, I'm not looking for any black, Hispanic, and Native American to argue and fight with. This is the time for you to be going out there and teaching them the word of God. The Negroes who don't want to listen, they shalom. Let their ass make it. You know what I'm saying? Go on Facebook, be battling with niggas for 20, 30 hours. You don't got time for that. Reach out to the brothers and sisters that want to know the truth, because we need to be building right now. You understand? That's for everybody that's out there that's in the truth, and the brothers and sisters just coming in the truth. You don't have time to be arguing with all of your relatives. They want to eat a pork sandwich. You tell them, hey, man, it's against the law, statutes, and commandments. You've done your part. Let them go over there and catch diabetes and get their whole damn foot cut off. You don't got time to be battling and fighting with them. You got to look for the brothers and sisters that's like-minded like you, that want to come in here, that want to raise up a nation. All right? They're not worried about a sister wife. They worried about having enough kids to take over the goddamn city. That's what they worried about. They worried about finding another woman that's down like they down so they could have enough kids to take over that whole goddamn neighborhood. That's what they worried about. That's where their mind is at. If you do not have a militant mind, then you will never make it in the I.S.U.P.K. The I.S.U.P.K. is the army of the Lord, and you need to be militant as a man to be in here. All right. As a woman, all you got to do is be as sweet as apple pie. Okay. That's it. Watch your mouth, keep your legs closed, you know what I'm saying? And help support the truth and pay your tithes. You know, Lord in Christ, take care of the kids. You know what I mean? And that's all you got to do. But if you're a brother up in here, you have to be militant. So all of these dudes that's out here with these fake Christian groups telling you that you don't have to be so militant and so aggressive, and you don't have to be so, man, you're going to get your ass smacked, okay? The FBI will kick your door down and hit you in the mouth with a fucking pistol, all right? Salakia. They'll hit you in your mouth with a gun, all right? You niggas is soft, all right? It's not going to happen. You need real soldiers to take over the United States of America, to take over anything. And we do have to start taking back over, all right? We're not sitting here waiting for Christ to pull up in no Beamer, no Beamer chariot, you know, no Bentley chariot or none of that. We're not waiting on none of that. You understand? The Lord is waiting on us. The Lord is waiting on us to build up and come back together and do what we're supposed to do. Right. All right. To be some soldiers. Okay. Christ ain't trying to come back down here and represent a bunch of men that can't even tell their woman to shut her goddamn mouth. You can't even tell your woman to shut up. How you going to tell a grown man to be quiet? And you ain't got the courage to tell your woman to be quiet. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't even got the courage to tell your kid to sit down and mind their goddamn manners, but you think you're going to come up here and tell a man something. All right, you better get your black youngster on in that mug. You know what I'm saying? The Christ ain't coming back for a group of homosexuals. How he gonna go to war and kill all the wicked and with a group of homosexuals? Christian church full of tambourine players. How he gonna go to war with them? Them niggas got on slacks and gators. Nigga, you ever seen a nigga try to go to war in gators? Salakia, okay? You ever see somebody try to fight in church shoes? Y'all ain't never tried to see somebody fight in church shoes or some dress shoes? It's hilarious, man. You can't fight no damn dress shoes. You just can't do it. I'm sorry. You're gonna get somebody going, you're going out, you know. Somebody gonna knock you out, you're gone. Okay. So it's a joke, man. All right. All them niggas run around in capes and all them Sears sucker suits. Hey man, look here. It ain't gonna work. Read on.
Verse 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh.
It's a time to weep and it's a time to laugh. Right now, we don't have time to be crying over, spilled milk. It's time to make aware about the milk. Need to be aware. It's okay. Y'all spilled this, so we're not gonna cover it up and act like slavery didn't happen. We're not gonna cover it up and act like Freddie Gray didn't happen. But we don't have time to be running around crying and weeping and all of that, like they do in the Christian church. Oh, brother, oh, shaking and stuff. Oh, Jesus, oh, rocking and all of that. We don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, my nigga, get up. We got shit to do. All right. You're shaking all over the floor. You're sweating and you're stinking and you're crying. You know what I'm saying? The women is looking at you crazy. Like, what's going on? You crying like the women. The women crying, you crying, the kids start crying. They don't know what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? I was saying, man, you remember being in there scared as hell. You know what I'm saying? People in there, shaking, running through chairs, just run. Run for what? What the fuck is I just got here, nigga. I don't feel like running. I ran to try to be on time. Coming here to listen to you. You ain't dropped one scripture. You want me to just run through this month? No, you run. Well, go ahead.
A time to mourn.
A time to mourn.
And a time to dance.
And a time to dance. It's a time to do all of that stuff. Nothing's wrong with going to the club or nothing like that. Nothing's wrong with celebrating with your people. But every weekend, some of y'all in the club 3 days, 4 days a week. It's just real, man. Keep it real. Every weekend, y'all in there every weekend. 3-4 days a week. You partying. Come on, man. What is you celebrating? Failure? Homelessness, starvation. Niggas are starving in America. Poverty, prison, overpopulated prisons. What are we celebrating here? You understand what I'm saying? It's a time for everything, and it's definitely not time to be in the club 4 days a week. But you can't take 1 day a week to come and love your brother like you love yourself, man, and to try to raise up the Black, Hispanic, and Native American people who have fallen and been victims to the Christian church and to the Muslim mosque. Go ahead.
Verse 5. A time to cast away stones. And a time to gather stones together.
What is that? It's a time to just put the stones down. It ain't time to war. And then it is a time to pick them damn stones up. All right? And get to use them. Go ahead.
Come on. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. What is it talking about when it's talking about a time for embracing? You know what I'm saying? It's a time to cleave to the other nations and a time not to. There was a time when we had a famine, when we had to go to the Africans and we had to do business and everything else. But there's a time when we got enough money in Israel. Right now, there's enough money for all Black, Hispanic, and Native American people to do whatever in the hell we want to do. There's billionaires in America. The problem is they won't stop cleaving to their oppressor. Stockholm syndrome. They're holding on to the white man and the Asian man and the Indian man, and they just won't let go of daddy's leg. Let the white man's leg go, okay? Basketball, football players. Y'all see what's happening. You got enough money to open up your own stadiums. You have it. Look, y'all's talent is so great that you could go to any neighborhood basketball court and everybody would pay to get in there.
Right.
They would pay to get in there. You could put one outside and they would pay just to stand outside and watch you. That's how good it is. And with the technology the way it is, don't worry about CTEL. You could hook some cameras up with some screens and everybody see everything. You could be creative. All right. The I.S.U.P.K has tons of ideals. Leave that, go to Exodus 15:3, do the time. We're going to race through this. We don't have a lot of time, man. I had a difficult time finding this place. I've been here before, but it's a midnight. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 15, verse 3.
Yeah.
The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is a what?
A man of war.
No, he's a man of love.
War.
Peace.
War.
Unicorns.
War.
Glitter.
War.
Care Bears.
War.
War. All right. The Lord is a man of war. All right. Everybody out here don't seem to understand that the Lord that we serve is a man of war.
Right.
If he wasn't a man of war, there wouldn't be any wars. But every time you turn on the TV, what do you see? War. That's because we serve a God of war. Now, do you want to be a warrior or do you want to be in purple and be a wimp? Do you want to be a pimping wimp in purple? A pimping purple wimp. Or do you want to be a warrior? You could be a warrior or you could be a purple pimping, pirate. Booty pirate over here at the where they at, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say their name. I'm done saying their name for now, at least for now. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be in the truth. All right, just keep it up. Just keep it up. Say it one more time.
Come. Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
No, why are you guys always debating? Why are you always debating everybody? Why can't you just everybody come together and everybody be just one big happy family and everything be nice? I'm gonna tell you why. Because these men do not want a war. They don't want a war. What they want to do is they want to be in peace with their oppressor.
Right.
Just like every other Black civil rights leader who has ever came to power, or any other false leader that has ever came into power. They want to be in peace with their oppressor. They want equality. They want to eat at the same table, shit at the same toilet, but they do not desire to be free, and they don't want war.
Right.
The I.S.U.P.K, we want war. Do you understand? We want war to come. We want all the terrorists to get loose. We want this whole entire place to fall. We want nuclear bombs. We want everything to happen. When I say that, I according to the scriptures, we want the nuclear bombs to hit America. All right, let's get it clear, because you so-called Negroes in America will never be free until there's war on this soil. Until there's war here in America, you will never be free. You Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans is slaves, baby. What they say, you slaves, baby, and you not gonna ever, never be free until there's war here. This kingdom and the infrastructure that is on this earth has got to be broken by war in order for y'all to be free. And it's never going to happen as long as you stay a Christian. Christ will never let them damn angels loose and let this war happen so that you can get free, as long as you keep serving a white man as your God. It will never happen. You have got to separate yourself. If you keep serving a rock, the cobblestone, and Arabs, men and women as your God, you keep doing that, you will be in slavery forever. This 400 damn years, I mean, ain't it enough?
Right.
Like, don't y'all feel like Tyrese yet? What more do you want from me? You don't feel that way yet? You don't feel that way about this slavery? We done did everything in the world for the so-called white man. If you haven't reached that point yet, you need to hurry up and get there fast. You got to hold that because we ain't got a lot of time. Read.
Come. The Lord is his name.
The Lord is his name. Drop that, go to Psalms 144, 1-2. Go ahead while he gets that.
I was going to say precept to everything you said about war.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 11:21.
Bring it up.
Thou hand join hand in hand with the heathen, but the wicked shall not be unpunished.
Say it again.
Though Proverbs 11:21. Thou hand join hand in hand with the heathen.
Although y'all join hand in hand with the heathens,
the wicked shall not be unpunished.
The wicked shall not be unpunished, meaning that even though you got Jesse Jackson, L. Sharpton, and all the rest of those coons that join hand in hand with them, they still gonna get punished. And y'all can keep loving the white man all you want, he's still gonna die in nuclear war in America. And nobody's gonna show him no mercy, no matter how much you love him. You can love him to death, but he's still gonna die because it's in the scriptures. All right, he's gonna be destroyed. Read.
Psalms chapter 144, verse 1. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teaches my hands.
Hold on. Blessed be the Lord. Blessed be the Lord. Go ahead. Take it down just a little bit. Go ahead.
Blessed be the Lord, my strength.
Blessed be the Lord, my what?
My strength.
The Lord is my strength. Not your AK-47, not your grenade, not your rock, not your stick, not your taser or your mace. Go ahead.
Which teaches my hand to war.
He teaches my what?
My hands to war.
The Lord is the one who teaches my hands to war. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord teaches you to war. That's why when you come into I.S.U.P.K, you become a what? A warrior.
Right.
You become a warrior. You become a person who battles. You become a person who, you know what I'm saying, debates. You become a person who goes out and fishes men through the white wilderness. You know what I'm saying? We go out and take our brothers and sisters back. You understand? We're taking the kingdom back. You understand? We're not waiting for nothing. We got schools all across America, outside of America, Canada, the United Kingdoms, Puerto Rico. I mean, you know, we're not waiting. Do you understand? We're taking back this kingdom. You become a warrior when you come in here because the Lord teaches your hands to war. Read.
Come. And my fingers to fight.
And my fingers to do what?
Fight.
What is your fingers for? Your fingers is to fight, not to play no damn tamarines. Your fingers are to fight. They're not to play the organ. Your fingers are to fight. They're not to play the guitar, the bass guitar, the congas, the goddamn what else? What's them things? Them jingle bells they be playing. The ones they be going, yeah, triangles or whatever them is. Your hands, harps or anything else. Okay. Your hands are to fight. Read.
Verse 2. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower, and my deliverer, my shield.
What is a shield for? A shield is to protect you. What's going to protect you? The law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High is what's going to protect you. Not a gun, not a vest, not a grenade, not a nuclear bomb. There's nothing that's going to protect Black, Hispanic, and Native American people in this day and time better than these law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Go ahead.
And he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me.
That's right. Now drop that. Go to Daniel 7:18. All right. I'm gonna paper all in my head. Daniel 7:18. You know, we're not sitting around waiting for, you know, any divine intervention. All right. That's not going to happen. You want it to happen, you got to make it happen. And the only way that we're going to make it happen is by coming back into this truth. All right. In Egypt, when we was in bondage, all right, in the land of Mizraim under the damn Africans, what did we have to do? We had to turn away from our sins and cry back unto the Lord. The Lord will hear the voices of the prophets and the priests. The Lord will hear the prayers of the prophets and the priests of the Most High and the women in the school that repent, man. You understand? But we have to gather our people. We have to go out and get our people, take our people, bring them back in and get them to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments so that we could pray that this damn war goes on. Do you understand? The war has got to happen. All right, there is going to be an ultimate war of all wars, and y'all know it better now being talked about as World War III. All right, World War III is what you know it to be called. That's what's coming. Go ahead.
Come on. Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. The saints of the Most High.
The who?
The saints of the Most High.
Oh man, I thought we was rebels. The rebels, the bad rebels. The what else do they call us? The Power Rangers, and leather and whatever they be on. Go ahead.
The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
The who?
The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
No, they're going to get it by loving the white man.
Take the kingdom.
By loving the African.
Take the kingdom.
We're going to love our way into the heavens.
Take the kingdom.
What do they be saying? We're going to love our way to the streets of gold.
Take the kingdom.
Man, listen, we got to take the kingdom, all right? How do you take the kingdom? With war? Right now, what do we war against? Give me that scriptures right quick. Oh, okay. What we war against. All right, read on.
Okay. And possess the kingdom forever.
And we're going to take it and we're going to do what?
Possess it.
It's going to become our possession. Does that sound like somebody, like we're sharing with somebody? When I say that if I take this chalice and say, yo, this is my possession, am I saying that I'm sharing with you? It's ours. I didn't say it was ours, did I? I didn't say I was sharing. I said it was mine. Do you understand that the Black, Hispanic, and Native American people are the chosen people of Israel, and we're going to take the kingdom back and possess it as ours, not for a little while, but forever? Nobody is ever going to possess this land again the next time that we rule over earth. They know it. That's why they go out and buy a new pistol every other week. Because they already know that their kingdom is going to fall and no man, woman, or child is going to show them any mercy when 911 becomes a joke.
Right.
And it will. Because over 50, it says between 50 and 80 million people were killed during World War II. And they didn't have near the type of technology that we have today. So how many people do you think they're going to lose? How many kids do you think they're going to lose in World War III? Every police officer in the United States of America is going to have to get suited and booted and go to war. That's what's going to happen. All right? Read.
Forever, even forever and ever.
All right, stop that. Go to 2 Timothy 2, and we're going to read through 5. Go ahead and read that scripture, Alan.
Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood right now, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. You don't have to go out here and put nobody in the chokehold and in Nelson just yet. You ain't got to uppercut nobody just yet. But these hands is for fighting. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
You understand? You are supposed to know how to be trained physically. Like you come in here, we're going to teach you how to break somebody off something real nice and proper. These men that you see that's standing out there on the corner are trained. Understand what I'm saying? And they know how to take you out right away if they have to. Of course, it'd be in self-defense. We only believe in self-defense. You understand what I'm saying? We don't believe in hurting anybody, or we don't, beside anybody we have to. All right? So go ahead.
2 Timothy.
Read.
But against principalities, against powers.
Against principalities. What are the principalities that we're warring against? Somebody bring out a principality that we war against. Nick.
Yeah, is it the government?
The government is not the principle, though. It's not the principle. What is a principality that we war against? I know you know, Mariah. Go ahead, Bakar.
Loving our brother?
No. Go ahead. One more time. Mariah.
It's homosexuality.
Homosexuality is one. But give me something that's a little bit stronger than just homosexuality. Go ahead.
Like heathenistic customs, like Christmas and
there we go.
Thanksgiving.
Christmas, like Thanksgiving. The homosexuality is good, but give it to me the right way. Go ahead.
Religion?
Religion is too broad.
Oh, okay.
Anything can be religious. You know what I'm saying? Gay marriage in the Christian church. Right. All right. Gay marriage in the church. All right. When you say homosexuality, what about homosexuality? Homosexual marriage is a principle that the white man has, that he puts out, that you can be a homosexual, that you could be, a man can marry a man in society, that a man can sleep with an animal in society. All right. That black people will get mandatory extended time or more time for their sentences in America. Those are principles that they stand on. Black people get more time for their crime. They do. And it's a principle of theirs. All right. Every not racist, but what is it called? Prejudice that they have against black people is a principle that's in America. If you're big and you're black, you're violent.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You're a big scary dude if you're tall and you're black. You know, you can run fast, you can jump. All of those are principles that the white man has put into the air. You see what I'm saying? And into the airways. If you're black, you got a suit on, you're a pimp. That's a principle that white men have. Mm-hmm. If they see or every man with a black man with a perm in his head is a pimp. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, those are principles. But think more like homosexuality. Think more like Section 8. You can have it, but your man can't be in the house. Those are the principles that we go on. Child support. You know what I'm saying? The principles of destroying black men. All right. You get one felony, you can never get a job again. Never own a firearm again. Stuff like that destroys black men. All right. And weakens them in the nation. All right. Go ahead.
Against the rulers of the darkness.
Now the rulers would be the government, the federal government, the United States government. All right, the Council of Foreign Relations, the DEA, the CIA, all of those alphabets. All right, go ahead.
Of this world. Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right, drop that. Read what you got.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Though, therefore, endure hardness.
So do what?
Endure hardness.
Endure hardness, black, Hispanic, and Native American people. Read.
As a good soldier of Yahweh. As a good soldier.
As a what?
As a good soldier.
As a loving, caring, soft, gentle man.
Good soldier.
As a Christian man.
Good soldier.
As a soldier. As a good soldier. Read.
Of Christ, better known as Yahweh Mashiach.
And give me another one that says he who to the end. You already know what I want. Give me that scripture and then we out of here, y'all. I had to rush it for the sake of time. But those powers and principalities that the brother put out, that's what we warring against right now. We definitely not warring against we're not out here physically fighting with the KKK. We're not physically fighting with the Aryan Nation. You're not out here physically choking out, the Arab at the corner store. Don't get involved in all of that mess, or you're going to end up locked up somewhere where they're going to beat your brains out and nobody's going to be able to help you. Go ahead.
Just like the scripture, don't abhor an Edomite.
Well, right, but that but if you tell that to somebody else, say that means that you're supposed to love the white man. They don't understand that means that you're not supposed to hate somebody without a cause. Now, we're not aborting Edomites by hating them because we have a reason to hate them. All right. So when you think of not aborting the Edomite, that means even though we hate them, that don't mean walk in the store and just punch him in his damn throat. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to jail. All right. Don't be a fool. Anybody got that scripture for me right quick?
Matthew 24:13.
Matthew 24:13.
But he that shall endure.
But he that shall endure what? The war, the battle, the fight against powers and principalities in high places. It will come a time when we get physical. It's going to get physical. It is going to get physical, but just not right now. Not yet. All right, go ahead.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
The same shall be what?
Saved.
The same shall be saved. Keep going. Is that all you got? That's fine right there. Don't worry about it. That's fine. He who endures to the end will be saved, man. So all of you brothers that have been out there warring, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, whether you lose your wife, whether you lose your kids, whether you lose your mom, your job, your finances, whatever it is, the Lord said you have not lost anything for his sake. Everything you're going to get back 100-fold. I'm paraphrasing, of course. So y'all just endure all the way to the end, man. Fight the good fight, because what's going to happen is you're going to come back into this generation one day and one time, and brother, you are going to be in heaven. All right, you are going to rule all over this earth. All right, and those same people who persecute you now will be licking the dust off of your boots, asking you for change and stuff. Like, can I get a change? And you know what? It's funny that I mentioned that, because on my way here, I seen at least 3 white people with a homeless sign. It was glorious. Let's give a hand clap. You know what I'm saying? That made my whole day. I was miserable until I seen that. Once I seen them starving and freezing, that shit, I was cheered up. I can't wait to get in here and teach now. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is at work. All right. And those who are our oppressors will be under our feet. You understand what I'm saying? The devil going to be under our feet for real, literally. All right. But with that being said, we're going to get up out of here. We off the 125th, 1 West Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohanna, the I.S.U.P.K. Check us out, I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis. Subscribe to everything, man. We got classes and videos 7 days a week. We got 2 physical live classes, 1 Wednesday, 1 Saturday. You can show up. We got Straight Gate Radio on Sunday, popping at 8:30. Hopefully, we getting it cracking. You know what I'm saying? We working on getting this damn studio. These people got to get back to us, man. We've been banging their phones down. Y'all check us out. We love y'all, man. Until next time, shalom. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatham to all of my brothers. Shalom. Alathan Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai to all of my sisters. Yeah,
Shalom, Israel.
You cut that. Let's get announcements and let's do the prayers. We out. Matter of fact, I don't even know if we got enough time. It's still rolling now.